Your time now is 6:24, and it is Teacher Appreciation Week. And all week long, we've shared your photos and special comments about the teachers who've made an impact in our lives.
Tabitha's joining us this morning to tell us a little more about her favorite teacher, even though he never taught her in a classroom. He happens to be her dad.
He happens to be my dad. As you said, he didn't teach me in any classroom, but he certainly has taught me a lot. For those of you who don't know, my dad, Donald Mills, is a teacher at Arvin High School, and this is his story.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. I celebrate every kid's birthday that'll put their name on the board. A lot of our kids, they never had a birthday cake. And so I take a lot of pride in that. It humbles me to work with our kids out here at Arvin High. And it's very rewarding.
My dad, Donald Mills, has taught at Arvin High School for 12 years. A Future Farmers of America advisor, his message to his students each and every day.
Remember always, Mills believes in you.
A statement his students and those who have worked with him know to be true.
What Mr. Mills did for me went beyond the classroom. When I first met Mr. Mills, I told him that I wanted to go to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, and he told me he was going to help me get there. And little did I know he really meant that. And I didn't realize that the financial part was going to be one of my challenges in getting into Cal Poly. And so he kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me to keep applying to scholarships and helping me with the interview process. And thanks to him, I'm here at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo 4 years later, leaving debt-free without ever having to pull a single loan out of my name or my parents' name.
You've really been someone who's fundamentally impacted my life in such a beneficial way. I think something I've always struggled with was like the ability to believe in myself and have that confidence to push myself forward, not only in terms of high school and college, but even now as a law student. And I can smile and say that Mr. Mills has been a part of every step in my process, and he's always been a guiding figure. As I see him, he's like a parent to me, and I can say that with full confidence that he's like that to many students, especially the Arvin High students.
I remember Don just connecting with students. I think because he is an example of what we want our children to have as a teacher, who we want our children to have. Someone that they can believe in, someone that they will learn from because they're engaged by him, because they have a connection, a relationship with him.
He has another message, not just for his students, but for anyone watching.
It's never too late. It's never too late.
You see, my dad didn't take the traditional route to become a teacher.
I am technically referred to as a high school dropout.
He bounced from Garces to North High to Vista West.
I always struggled in high school. I was a pretty good athlete, but education was not something that I took seriously, and I squandered. And I like to have the social life of high school rather than buckle down and get the grades.
Most wouldn't take interest in a student like my dad, but a few did, planting the seeds of what was to come roughly 20 years later.
Mrs. McCauley, Mrs. Howler, Freddie Boyd, those were the teachers that reached out to me, would call me in, would talk to me, see how I was doing, see if I needed any help, give me guidance, advise me. Those are the teachers I remember in high school, and I hope today that I'm that same type of teacher.
His senior year, he found out I was on the way, and he started working to support his family. When I was in 8th grade, he decided to go back to school, eventually graduating from Bakersfield College, then Fresno State, then Cal Poly. He logged more than 300,000 miles, driving from Bakersfield to Fresno, then later to San Luis Obispo. But he never missed a basketball game or a pig show. In 2010, he was named the Jimberg Ford Rising Star Teacher of the Year. Recently, he was honored by Arvin High School for his outstanding leadership and for displaying their pride.
There's nobody in the world that's stopping you but you. It's the decisions that you make every day is going to make up whether you're going to be successful in life or not.
His journey to Arvin, not a quick or easy one, but it's right where he was always meant to be.